shambles, I tell you.
With a little gentle persuasion.
Kiara has a crack at cutting Adam's hair. So far, she's only had a couple of questionable digs.
I promise I don't have to wear gloves. I don't want to stay indoors anymore.
Almost 2 years ago, we left it all behind for a chance at the sailing adventure of a lifetime.
It has not been smooth sailing since then, but together we are learning and laughing our way through.
Our hope is that if we laugh long enough, we can make our merry way around the world.
And this
is a Millennial Falcon.
This is like week 3 on quarantine. We had a red hot filming time, and then we had lots of work time making videos, and then we sort of had a lull for a while, and now we're all feeling a bit lethargic, so everyone's got up with a furious worker bee attitude. So Kiara and I have come upstairs and we've started, my intention was to rebed this, let me show you. So my intention initially was to just rebed this housing for the companionway slide. Just because it was just generally really ugly sealant. The 4200 is long dead, and for a very long time Kiara and I have wanted to move the life raft to an easier place to deploy it, because it usually lives snugged up under these Jesus bars, and it's very heavy, which makes it very difficult to deploy in a hurry. I feel like if it's here, it's kind of a clip, brace, and just once overboard, or you literally just fall towards the right. Like it's a much easier, like
Fall into the life raft.
basically, yeah. You could like. I'd rather have one very clumsy action to deploy this deliberately than many steps in a more secure environment, because it's just, there is no secure environment in my opinion when you're deploying a life raft, and I don't want it to be prohibitively difficult. So presently we've just got the life raft over the hatch, over the companionway hatch, and the steps we need to take is to move these rubber boots which have the securing straps on them. So we have to take the roof lining down to get the backing bolts off here, to get these up, to relocate them here. So we're gonna just, we're gonna get these rubber boots off, we're gonna locate all of this where it belongs, and we're gonna figure out how far out these can go whilst maintaining, whilst not interfering with the slide. So yeah, that's the plan. Estimated time, let's see.
Estimated time.
No engineer ever brought a job in on budget and on time, so what's our estimate?
I'd say 2 hours.
2 hours, all right.
What's realistic time?
Oh, I think 2 hours is realistic, so I'm going to say 4, and one trip to the hardware store, which we can't do, so that's a big call.
Yes.
All right, 2 hours is the target. Let's go.
All right. What are your guess for the amount of broken bolts we get in the time too?
I'm at 1 already. Not bolts.
All right, a 1 already. Screw it, that's fine. Same. So we're thinking these two here without actually knowing, so we might have to do this one at the same time, in which case at that stage we're like, oh, I'll just take everything down.
We're trying to avoid this one because it's wired.
Yeah.
Wired to the, it's connected, and therefore you can't just take it down and stow it away. You sort of have to jury rig it half down, half up.
So one of us needs to work on the bottom, one of us needs to work on the top, and we yell at each other because none of us can hear each other while we're doing this, and we continue to yell until they all come off, pretty much. So he'll be turning out the top and I'll be keeping it here, or vice versa. I always wonder how people on one person on a boat does this.
You couldn't do
this
it.
job.
Squirt some
It must be,
4200 on it.
Yeah, probably, yeah. I've actually already done the one rear, so aft, start, aft port.
Okay.
Shut up. Aft bow or forward? What's your preference?
Either or. Forward bow.
Forward bow, starboard. What is happening? Someone told me off for not using nautical terms when referring to the boat, so... What was that, Adam? God, hold on, I just need to... Hold on! The nut's stuck, the nut's stuck! Ugh. I need another thing. That was the light just coming off. We need to rebed the light. Shambles, I tell you. Shambles. Oh, what a calamity that was. So what's just turned into let's move the life raft is now let's take down all of the roof panels. We're going to have to rebed a light, and while we're at it we decided that we may as well rebed the Jesus bars, or the I don't even know what the other word for Jesus bars is, so I'm just going to use that. And now we're rebedding the Jesus bars, so what's probably become a 2-hour task is now, as usual, 4? I reckon that Adam was pretty bang on with 4 hours.
So we managed to get the bolts out, but they've been sealed down quite well with 4200, so I'm going to need to sort of dig and hammer and bang until they decide to come up with a little gentle persuasion. There we go, it's promising. Perfect, still good. It's going to be another repair for another day. I'll have to fill that with something in the interim so it doesn't leak. Where these bits of tape are, they line up with the center of where this, where the bolt is going to go through. And what we've done is follow the tape around to the exact opposite side and use a little bit of painter's tape to stick the nut to the other side where it will go, assuming that once we fasten it down I get the grinder out and cut the head off the nut, the bolt. The door was able to slide open pretty well unencumbered, so we can only assume that means that our location marks are correct and all is well. On down, 3 to go. So we just did a test on this one. I cut the back of it off, opened the companionway hatch, closed it, opened it, closed it, and there's no, it doesn't rub at all on this. So yeah, so all 4 should have enough clearance. It should be all well.
Okay, so we are all done. What we ended up doing was putting some 4200 on the base there, and we then popped some new straps down because they were falling apart. So because obviously we're on lockdown, we can't get to the shops. This is for lack of a better option. We're just gonna tie this up as it is, but we will go and get some more efficient strapping down systems when all the shops are open. Other than that, we're pretty good to go. What we still need to do when we can again go to the shops to get some more supplies is bed this thing back down again, bed the deck house back down again, and we should be good to go. But for now, this is the new place that our life raft now lives.
So with 2 broken bolts, 1 trip to the harbour shop, and 6 hours later, we called that a job well done.
We're going to shore, finally, so this will be Adam's 3rd week I think, and I went last Saturday to go and do shopping, so that's about 5 days ago now. We've had a very, very delicious Cinnabon breakfast. I woke up very early and made some cinnamon scrolls and some bread, and the whole house pretty much just smelled like a bakery. It's very awesome. And now we are taking advantage of restricted days that we can go to shore, but pretty much picking up some propane, picking up some meat, and doing a load of washing as well. A little bit of an uneventful day, but we're going to shore finally. So it's a very eventful day, really. I thought I could make this.
How's that choice of outfit going for you there, buddy? Really practical.
Not so good. No, mini skirts on boats.
Mast.
Oh, sneezing as well.
Nice
Come
sneeze.
on.
The fumes from the. I promise I don't have to wear gloves. I don't want to stay indoors anymore.
Okay, we got the masks. Ready to go again.
I'm afraid it looks funny over there.
How does it feel?
Feels weird. Feels weird.
Quite successful.
Yeah.
Yeah. Got some meat. We got potatoes. And we got gas to cook it on.
We're just watching on at the moment as Kiara has a crack at cutting Adam's hair. So far, she's only had a couple of questionable digs. I'll show you and you can take a look for yourself.
I don't think it looks that bad. I'm going to trim this and this because it looks like little devil horns at the moment. How are
I feel like Kiara needs to lift her like hairdresser chat. Like I haven't heard any. So how's your day? So what are you up to? Where are you going?
I'm as nervous as him, that's why I'm like, oh crap, oh crap, oh crap.
Flat out standing up straight, let alone
Yeah.
chit chat.
I'm
Or if
like
she's gonna
balancing
stumble
myself.
and stick scissors in my ear or something.
It was a bowl cut that you were going for, wasn't it, Adam?
Yeah, the fryer tuck look.
Yeah, good. Then we've succeeded.
Hey troops, how was on shore?
Good.
Oh my goodness, food! And lots of drink.
Sick.
How long were you queuing for?
Maybe 20 minutes, 25.
Seriously?
It was so nice to
And we literally got everything we needed.
Yay, winning again!
I felt like I was going like this while we were in line.
We have officially all been on shore now within the last 2 days, and yeah, Claire, same as Adam, hadn't been on shore for 3 weeks as well. For some reason, these Seaver twins are fine on the boat. They don't need their space. Us twin-laws. Us twin-laws needed some room, needed some space for everyone. And voila, one kayak. One banana boat. It's been raining on and off for the past few days. Every time that we go outside, it starts raining. In fact, just about 5 minutes ago, Adam was like, oh hey, let's go swimming. I was like, yeah, sounds really good. I've been editing all morning. I could really do with a swim. A minute after we said that, rain starts pouring down. But I think we could all just do with like a little bit of getting off the boat, going for a kayak, a little bit of an excuse for some exercise. So the kayak is coming out. Yeah, almost had one fall. Thankfully the camera wasn't on. I'd pressed it, but I hadn't actually gone up yet. Ooh.
I'll untie you.
That would be really helpful. Thank you. Yeah. Just gonna go for a paddle.
Breaking quarantine.
Breaking quarantine. I'm not ready, I'm not ready! Oh no, this is the way to do it, just get pulled. Alright, gonna go on a kayak. Alright, everyone's gone to shore. This is hard business, especially against the wind. Oh. Alright, so we're just discussing the benefits of spam.
Fantastic.
We had some spaminaise for lunch today, and since lockdown we have embraced the spam in our life. We've needed a little more meat, and unfortunately spam was a way to do it when we were in lockdown and we couldn't get fresh meat. So but on the note of fresh meat, so Adam last night was really nice. There was a celebration for the healthcare workers of Grenada last night, and they asked everyone to make as much noise and put on their lights. They had fireworks, and everyone was kind of encouraged to make noise and sound and pretty much celebrate all the healthcare workers of Grenada. So it was actually really, really nice last night. And prior to that, it was fishing day in Grenada. There were some people fishing around our boat, and we're calling to them and be like, hey, you okay? You seem to be a little bit stuck. And they're like, oh yeah, we don't have an engine on our boat. They were just out there with literally like a stick, and one of them had an oar, the other one had a stick. So anyway, Adam obviously said, do you kind of want to lift back in? It's getting late. And then they'd been fishing the whole day. We'd seen them around the boat, we'd seen them around the areas around our boat for a while, and so they very gratefully took a lift from us back to shore, and they gave us a few fish. So what we would call undersized, they call absolutely fine for a meal. And so we've got 4 fish to cook up tonight, and maybe this is how we should get fish in future. It's just give fishermen lifts. It's very how we should catch fish in future. But tonight we're going to make some nice fish.
Ready? Who wants fish, giblets? Go!
Oh.
Alright, poor loser.
Can you handle a whole fish head?
Bet you can't. Nobody got it. Nobody.
Kiara, how do you feel about gutting the fish at the moment?
This is horrible. This is so not perfect.
Oh, these fish, yeah, these fish are not worth it.
They're like, it's the smallest fish in the world. It's like scales are getting in my face.
So apparently in Grenada that is sufficient size to keep.
It's the size of your hand.
It's like, I wouldn't use, like, we use that. I have lures bigger than that. Like, I don't know why they would bother keeping that. But they gave it to us for nothing, and it'd be a real shame to let it go to waste. So.
Yeah. Anyway, we've retracted every single bird in the island, who are all expecting a free meal tonight.
How's it doing?
I think someone's just got a bone. Alright, so here they are, the little fish. So Adsy, what's your opinion on small fish?
Not worth the effort. I think I burn more calories like taking bones out of my mouth than I'm going to get from the fish.
I feel like it's like a chicken wing. Like maximum effort, minimal reward.
I feel like these guys must have known something. The fishermen that gave this to us, that like maybe they were going to boil it into some kind of stew and then sift it for bones maybe or something. What?
That's a towel.
It's a dishcloth.
This now.